I want to have a serious talk, and I'm usually not in the video when it's intense. I want to give some support out to anyone who's being targeted, like for who they are, standing up for what's right, and going against the powers that were, for your own freedom and for your own well-being. This is for you because I want to let you know that they can't break you down. Is this a butterfly just like coming right? Yes, seriously. We're getting messages of transformation. We're not dying off here. The caterpillar doesn't die off. It becomes something even more beautiful, right? So that's what's happening to us. They can't break you. You've updated and upgraded your entire genetic DNA structure. I mean, who else has been on the path? 2012, who remembers that awakening? Who's been on this journey? I know you're out there listening to me right now. It's similar to, those little bottlenose dolphins, how smart they are and how quick and agile and amazing. They're extremely evolved. But you put them next to an orca, and it's like, okay, wow, they're of the same species, like technically, but the orca's on a whole nother level. The orca has adapted and become like the apex predator of its environment. And that's similar to what's going on with us. Yes, we are in a tank full of really smart dolphins. And, some of these people are threatening us. But we're orcas, you see? If you have been dialed in to the planet, to what Gaia is speaking, to what your higher self is asking of you, if you've marched your march, walk that path, you have it. You've got what you need. You have what it takes to be able to survive and thrive throughout all of these attacks on your spirit, on your mind, on your body. This world, yes, it is trying to break us down in so many ways. And especially for TIs, it's torture. But in the end, you have all that you need to be able to walk that path. Right, Minnie? It kind of reminds me of like video games, playing video games. I grew up playing video games. When I wasn't jumping around doing flips or climbing trees, I was playing Super Mario Brothers, right? And Sonic the Hedgehog. So I, over time, learned to master those games. I won them only by going through the levels, like one-upping yourself. That's what life is sort of like. You go through the levels, each level is going to get harder. Each life circumstance, the people are going to be even worse. Every lesson is going to be that much harder for you to expand and grow. So just like the video games, yeah, you know that you're going to face that like Dragon King, right? That crazy fat dude in the end. They didn't expect for the good guys to have so many powers and so many tools, right? And speaking of that, let's talk about that. That's another reason why they can't break you down. You've learned how to send all of their negativity back. And if you don't send it back, you send it back to the earth or to the heavens, and you deflect it off of you. So all of that technology, all of the agendas that, the powers that were trying to put in place, it's just a waste of their time in the end, because reality, it all goes back to source, and it doesn't really affect us. And even if it does, it makes you stronger. It really does. So in a way, the hunter becomes the hunted. And that's just the way evolution works. And so when when death does occur on the physical realm, that just enables you to, basically gives you access to more of yourself. And it's a transformation into a higher version of you, like, you know, the butterfly. So that is really a main difference between us and them, us being free, sovereign souls, them being the controllers. The main difference is that we're not afraid of death. We don't live in fear. We've accessed eternal life within us. And that in itself will show you that there is no fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. So if you're being hated, bullied, or really like mistreated, just know that the people that are doing that live in fear and misery, and they do not access the higher frequencies of joy. So they really want you to be on their vibration of misery, hate, sickness, and, you know, just sadness. And so what you can do is give them a big dose of the opposite frequency. We came to this planet to live in joy. We've accessed, like I said, eternal life. We know that death is an illusion. We know that time is an illusion. It's like our inheritance is to shine and live in love, finding that purity within, being free and joyful and living in peace, and finding that balance with nature. You know, it's very simple when you get down to it. It's all here. We don't have to look outside of ourselves at all. Like, you have the key.